And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Let's Play Assassin's Creed Syndicate Part 2. In the last one, we were introduced to Jacob and Evie Fry, two very talented twins operating in Crawley and Croydon. Now, deciding to strike at the heart of London, they have disobeyed the council and traveled to London, where we have met Mr. Henry Greene and are prepared to get his intel on the lay of the land.
Look at what Starrick has done to the city. Whitechapel is riddled with crime. Child labor, despite regulations. A gang known as the Blighters overruns the streets, and Templars manipulating behind the scenes. As in all the other boroughs, we need to return this city to the people who built it in the first place.
We will free London from Starrick. You have my word.
Am I Rooks?
Miss Fry, your passion is inspiring. Come, let us return to my shop, and I can bring you up to date on the rest.
Wow. Look at Greene go. Watching that happen from a viewer's point of view is fantastic.
Keep quiet. Kaylock's looking for me.
Who's Kaylock?
One of Starrick's gang leaders.
Why does he want you?
He's after some of my more arcane research into one of the precursor artifacts.
The Piece of Eden.
So tell me about these blighters.
In search of an army, Starrick gathered up the nastiest of the underworld. Some of the city's gangs tried to prevent it and were slaughtered for their efforts. Now, only Whitechapel's Clinkers remain opposed, but they're no match for the Blighters.
Well, let's shine these clinkers up then, shall we? They're just the sort we're looking for.
You can't be serious.
Evie, they're ready to fight and oppose the blighters. This is my chance to step in. Look out, London. Here come the Rooks.
Confound this city! No one looks where they're going!
Yes, I've noticed that.
Bloody Drood! I'll never finish it at this rate. Only Providence knows where those words are headed now. Well, I must get to work replacing them. Should you ever be in the mood for a tale or two, you can always find me where the ale is warm and tempers are hot. Ta-ta!
What an odd man.
That Mr. Fry was Charles Dickens. Knows everyone and everything in the city. If I were you, I would keep that connection in your back pocket. Kaylock's gang is nearby. They must not follow me back to my shop.
We'll take care of it.
Here, you might be able to use this.
Oh God, I hope so.
My carriage is nearby. Make use of it to throw them off my trail. I will meet you at the curio shop.
Okay. Oh, the soundtrack, I love it.
Walk on, girl. We need to lead them away from Greene.
Okay.
Here comes trouble.
Their carriages and Kaylock will rue the day.
Steady on. They've gone.
Now to return to Mr. Greene.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You're relentless.
That relentlessness will see me become master when we finish this.
George would do nothing of the sort. Whatever's left of the Creed would perish under your control.
Harsh words, dear sister.
I do hope Mr. Greene made it back safely.
Don't tell me you fancy the bloke already.
And what do you suggest we do if our #1 source of information turns up dead?
Starrick can't be that hard to find. I say we turn the carriage round and go find him.
This is why you aren't in charge.
Probably a fair assumption. But who is in charge then, Evie?
Easy!
Oh, my American is showing. Traffic starts.
That's a
Incoming
girl.
on the left.
Easy now.
What's that? Do mind yourself.
Did you give them the slip?
We gave them more than that.
Who are all these people?
Over the years, I have established a number of connections across the city.
Splendid. We'll need focused aid.
Focused aid. We take over Starrick's gangs, we cripple his control.
You're not aiming high enough. Starrick has influence in every branch of society. We need to match him.
I see what you're saying, Evie. We need the Rooks.
You are not starting a gang called the Rooks.
I believe I may have an idea of my own. We will need the police to turn a blind eye to activities. My ally in the force, Sergeant Aberline. I've heard he's a master of disguise. Next up, urchins.
Urchins.
Urchins. Children make for excellent spies.
Clara O'Day.
Smart as a whip, that one. Finally, you would be wise to remember that Starrick never acts alone. There are gang leaders in every borough. You'll meet them soon enough, no doubt. Rexford Kaylock, known for his ability to vanish before your very eyes.
Should we make him vanish for real?
I suppose.
One moment. A Templar target you might want to look into. Be cautious. It's rough out there.
No, don't worry about me, Greenie. I can handle a few thugs.
And there we go. Ha ha ha. Somewhere that's green. Challenges. Arrive before Evie. Oh, I didn't even realize that. I'm competitive. 410 plus 75, that's 485 pounds. And then 325 XP. 375 XP. I'm really bad at math. Ah, the London map. Press the button to access the London map. Complete conquest activities to capture territory from the Blighters. Kill the Templar crime boss to conquer the borough. And here we are, in the unconquered Whitechapel. Templar hunt for Harold Drake. Aberline, we presume. A gang stronghold, and to catch an urchin.
What's the plan then, oh mighty planner?
You're the one with the grand ideas. The gangs, the fights, even the outfits you'll wear. Perhaps you should lead the way.
I should.
If you insist.
Press the button to open the main menu and right stick to switch between Evie or Jacob. Evie favors a stealth approach, whereas Jacob is more confrontational. Evie and Jacob share money, XP, and rewards, but have separate gear and skills. Okay. Mr. Greene's shop. There's a twinkle. I can hear it. Maybe I'm just crazy. Oh, I see. Maybe I'm not that crazy. Okay. We need to conquer Whitechapel. Oh, the story so far. With their targets out of the way, brother and sister met to regroup. Jacob's target planted a seed, the desire to take on Starrick's London network and destroy it. Evie's target revealed a cryptic tale of a piece of Eden. Both Fries snuck onto a train bound for London, Evie after the piece of Eden and a liberated London, Jacob after Templars and glory. Fantastic. Weapons, the assassin gauntlet, firearms, belts, outfits, even colors. I do have all the DLC, so we do have more than just simply Jacob. We have legacy outfits like Ezio, Edward, but also the Huntsman outfit, the Suave outfit, the Creature's rags, and Dr. Daniel's garments. Gunslinger coat and outdoorsman outfit are more iconic. This is actually the title card outfit, or the main outfit. Master Assassin is something that I personally enjoy, and the Blackguard suit. There's also, I think that's Maximum Dracula, and something else, but we'll enjoy that as well. We have unlocked new things. Now, I will use only what we are our level. So even though we can go with the Wallop Enhancer eventually, we're probably going to keep most of our weapons standard. Even if we can use kukris, I prefer to earn things. Okay. The Assassin Gauntlets as well. As cool as all that is. The Redback Gauntlet. Industrial, Royal, Hardened Leather, which I enjoy. Ooh. Unleash Hell. Stealth Revolver. Though, I think that we're probably going to enjoy the Single Action Army, just because I'm such a fan of the Colt. Though I believe that the Thunderer or the self-loading pistol is technically best. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We need to be level 2. Alright. Let's boost our health. Our Eagle Vision as well. That'll help. Loot takedown, that's pretty cool. Lockpicking. Scavenger. It'll help us in the long run if we go ahead and take it now. Oh, and we are level 2. Awesome. Things just got more expensive. We'll do lockpicking as well. Iron Manacles. Repurposed iron knuckles, born of the blood, sweat, and tears of industry. We'll purchase and equip. And we might as well upgrade it. Common leather belt. Ho hum. The initiate belt. Join the family with this decorative and functional belt. And we'll have to, you know what? We'll upgrade it to Jacob's. No, we won't. No, we absolutely will not. We will get back some of that money, though, so that we can also afford to properly equip Evie.
That's the last mistake you'll ever make.
Is it? Illustrations 1 out of 5 in Whitechapel.
You think you're safe? You're over there. Someone get his arm! I've got a shot at it!
There we go.
You won't be stirring up no more troubles.
You should want to think about things you read. You should watch them better. Help someone!
Okay. If we go back here. There. As much as I loved Unity, it is good to be on to the next bit of Assassin's Creed. Just the progression. Now, from this point on, unfortunately, we will be going further back in time. There you go. Syndicate is the farthest in the past that we have ever been able to go back. After this, we will go back to ancient Egypt with the first of the RPGs.
The finest goods and services at unbelievable prices.
Okay, well, let's take a look and take stock of our database. It does return. The encyclopedia summary contains a wealth of historical information about Victorian London. We'll find out more about people, locations, collectibles, and it also has present day content, which I like to keep track of. And then the tutorials. We don't really need this, so let's take a look at the encyclopedia. Allies and friends encountered during Helix sessions. Yes. Charles Dickens, born on the 7th of February, 1812, a celebrity during his lifetime, Charles John Huffman Dickens remains one of the largest sources of information regarding 19th century London, known for both For being both a literary titan and an activist, Dickens's work showcased the life and personalities of London's working class people. If you ask around in London, pubs that still exist today, if you ask around in London pubs that still exist today, most report that he was a regular. Imagine being a regular at every single pub. That takes dedication, Rebecca Crane. My favorite contemporary criticism of Dickens would have to be Mr. Dickens, as in revenge for his own queer name, does bestow still queerer ones upon his fictitious creations. Born in Portsmouth, the second of 8 children, he was said to have an idyllic childhood up until the summer of 1824, when his father, John Dickens, was arrested for debt and thrown into Marshalsea debtor's prison with his family in town. To help pay off his father's debt, Charles was forced to leave school and begin work at Warren's blacking warehouse, a place that was notorious for its poor treatment of children. Not a creche to be seen, yet even after his father's debt was cleared, young Charles's mother suggested he continue to work. I never afterwards forgot. I never shall forget. I never can forget. He said that my mother was warm for my being sent back. Once free of the warehouse, and after attending school, Dickens got a job at a law office of Ellis and Blackmore. Living in the city, he attended the theater religiously and, inspired by the stories put on the stage, began his writing career. Dickens, of course, went on to be world-renowned for his works, including Oliver Twist, A Christmas Carol, and Great Expectations. And his success as a writer continued throughout his life, with even Queen Victoria calling herself a fan. Perhaps less well known, however, is Dickens's powerful interest in the supernatural, which eventually saw him become part of Cambridge's Ghost Club, an organization of paranormal investigation and research. One of the biggest controversies surrounding his life was his extramarital relationship with Ellen Ternan, a young theater actress with whom he remained until his death. Ternan and Dickens kept their affair a secret, destroying their entire history of correspondence in a bonfire 9 years into their relationship. In June of 1865, 3 years ago from this, Dickens was involved in the Staplehurst rail crash, but despite quite heroically helping to rescue other victims, he refused to speak at the accident's inquest to avoid having to disclose that he had been traveling with Ternan and her mother. Between 1868 and 1869, Dickens gave a series of farewell readings in England, Scotland, and Ireland. During this time, he also began work on what would be his final and only unfinished novel, The Mystery of Edwin Drood. Drood. Oh, he referenced that. Bloody Drood. Huh. In June of 1870, after a full day's writing, Dickens suffered a stroke. Died the next day, coincidentally the 5th anniversary of the Staplehurst crash. He was buried in the Poets' Corner of Westminster Abbey. Wow. What a day. Entries based on the present day, discoveries during our Helix sessions. Let's go ahead and get caught up. People. Bishop. Unknown. Here's the thing, and it's a thing that quite annoys me. I don't know anything about Bishop. A few years back, Rebecca and I stumbled upon a hacker collective calling themselves the Initiates. They built an impressive little network and had been spying on assassins and Templars alike for years. A few of them even managed to infiltrate an assassin's cell. I gave them a rousing speech, as I often like to do, and managed to convince them to join our side. Just like that, a new assassin network was born. I was kind of under the impression that Rebecca and I would be responsible for them. Is Finders Keepers one of the tenets of the creed? Maybe it should be, Rebecca. But along comes William Bloody Miles, who simply said, "This is Bishop, and she's in charge of the Initiates now." And that's what it's like with grumpy old Bill. You know, he just kind of tells you how it's going to be. So grumpy. So that's how I met Bishop. I know what she does. She's a kind of central controller and dispatcher for assassins around the world. She makes sure that when a Templar pops their head up, an assassin is waiting to cut it off. Or if there's a new set of genetic memories to synchronize, she helps us find a helpful soul, like you, to help synchronize them. Which is all well and good, but I still don't know who she is, and quite frankly, I'm loath to admit it drives me batshit crazy. I joined the Assassins by uncovering the greatest conspiracy theory known to man, and yet I can't find anything on this woman. Everyone's got a theory. Gavin thinks she's a former CIA. My friend Harlan thinks she's a defector from Erudito, another hacker collective that no one's heard from in a while. Rebecca tells me she actually knows the truth, but promised not to tell me. I pinky swore. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Isabelle Ardant, born on October 4th, 1969. Isabelle Ardant, maiden name Shu, was born in Hong Kong and moved to the United Kingdom to attend the University of Cambridge, where she studied computer science. Isabelle was the first woman to be recruited into Abstergo Industries by its Young Innovators program. She started as a digital archivist and worked her way up through the ranks, eventually securing her position as the operations executive for the Historical Research Division. Broadly speaking, her team manages and archives Abstergo's primary resources, genetic memories. She collects them from all the branches of the company and makes them available to one another. For example, when Lineage Research and Acquisition obtained Subject 17's genetic memories, it was Isabelle who made sure that Entertainment had access to them to create virtual entertainment features. Getting her hands on all of Abstergo's research meant that it didn't take long for the Templar Order to notice her. They appreciated her meticulous nature and brought her into their inner sanctum so that she could guard their most valuable secrets. Which, let's be real, hasn't really worked out that great for them. Feels like they can't go 6 months without getting hacked. Otso Berg. Born on June 17, 1985, Johanni Otso Berg was born in Mikkeli, Finland, but was dragged around the world by his father, who worked for an oil company belonging to one of Abstergo's many subsidiaries. So young, Master Berg was raised by rig pigs in Afghanistan, Kurdistan, and Oman, to name a few. And that really doesn't sound like a magical childhood, does it? With his father's blessing, Berg returned to Finland to join the army. At first they made fun of his muddled accent. Technically speaking, he doesn't even pronounce his own name correctly. But the jokes quickly stopped as Berg proved himself to be an exceptional recruit, becoming one of the youngest special Jaeger in the Uti Jaeger regiment. He met his wife, Helmi, in the army, and everything pointed to an intense but unremarkable life, until his daughter, Elena, was born and diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. While Finland's healthcare system is generally considered to be quite good, the Berg family found themselves struggling to afford the aggressive drug treatments Elena so desperately needed. Berg quit the army and became a well-paid mercenary, which his wife did not approve of, resulting in divorce. It's not exactly doctor or lawyer, is it? Berg's freelance activities caught the attention of Dr. Warren Bittick, who recruited him into the Abstergo Animi training program in exchange for an off-the-market miracle cure. I imagine Berg's divorce became much more amicable, though no less final, after that. Just as he did in the army, Berg showed promise early on and quickly rose through the ranks and eventually won a spot in the inner sanctum of the Templar Order. He was given command of Sigma Team, an elite force designed to hunt assassins. He's been a pain in the proverbial balls ever since. TLDR. Otso Berg is a scary motherfucker, and someone actually made a baby with him. Gross. Date of birth, February 3rd, 1984, Rebecca Crane. One key reason Rebecca is so great is that she traded a life of extreme sports for a life of intellectual pursuits. Rebecca might have been an Olympian if it weren't for her deep love of comical cigarettes and doobies. Apologies for the technical jargon there, and a nasty broken leg. No doubt obtained by doing something utterly Crane-like, like falling out of a helicopter into an avalanche or trying to drive a jet ski through a tornado while eating a tofu burger. While recuperating, she taught herself to code and found her true calling as a maker of things. She provides tech support for assassins in the field. She creates and maintains our gear, even going so far as to create our version of the Animus, which she named Baby. Did I mention she enjoys recreational substances? Don't sass me. You can't even make a cup of fucking coffee. Beck swears too much and has a very easygoing nature, but she's lost friends along the way. Clay, Lucy, Desmond. Assassins rarely retire, if you know what I mean. But she's never once thought about giving up. I'm proud to say that she's my very best friend in the world. Aww, heart. However, she's bloody annoying and a vegetarian, so you can imagine how easy that makes finding food while we're on assignment. Death could be upon us at any minute, but oh dear, we must always procure bits of tree in order to sustain Rebecca. And you ruined it. Here's your punishment. Sean's birthday is the 16th of November, 1985. Not cool, Bex, and I happen to think I look quite good for my age. Sean Hastings. How rude. It shall never be revealed. Never. Huh. I am your humble database scribe, a wordsmith. My name is Sean Hastings, and I'm an assassin like you, though a little better. And like most of you, I wasn't born into it. I wasn't raised to join the Brotherhood. As a brash, inquisitive, and, dare I say it, handsome young lad, I was obsessed with conspiracy theories and the unexplained. I started digging into the nasty bits of Abstergo Industries, of which there are legion, and intended to play whistleblower. Freedom of information, huzzah! But all that got me was an appointment with the Templar Death Squad. Translation. Sean found a millennia-old conspiracy that reached the highest levels of power imaginable and thought the best idea ever would be to shout and wave at it. Lucky for me, I was saved from certain death by the technological witchcraft of one Rebecca Crane. She brought me into the Assassins, and I've been here improving their lives, making entertaining chit-chat, and boosting morale ever since. Translation. All I do for the Assassins is build shit and save Sean's life. I've mostly served as an historian and analyst for field agents. I have a gift for organization, you see. I'm able to see patterns and connections. As such, the Assassins would be lost without me, and they'd all be saying a historian instead of an historian, and I'd probably explode. But I'm much more than two wonderful forearms, an enormous brain, two twinkly eyes, and a talent for grammar. I've been trained by our grumpy mentor, William Miles himself, and I've become a bona fide field agent. I take great joy in striking at the Templars whenever and however I can. I've infiltrated Abstergo Entertainment. I blew up a Templar lab. I'm really very impressive, if I do say so myself. You may think I'm an arrogant bastard, but that's only because I'm smarter than you, and this one time I helped save the entire planet from a massive solar flare. But I hear you're shit hot at video games and can walk upright. So, well done, you. You should be very proud. Thanks, Sean. Violet DaCosta, born on June 14th, 1988. It's tempting to say that Violet DaCosta is an evil version of Rebecca Crane, but then that assumes you haven't spent much time with Rebecca Crane. I'm armed. Violet was born in Barr, Ontario, and completed a bachelor's degree with a double major in mathematics and computer science. Fun times. She was looking for work in the intelligence community when she was recruited by Abstergo to work as a technologist. After the original Sigma team was annihilated in Florence, Violet was Otto Berg's first recruit into the new version. She serves as tactical and technological support. Her ability to assess situations and identify priorities means that she's able to tell whom to kill first. Always handy in this job, but not what you'd call a particularly transferable skill. All this also means that in addition to being incredibly handy with technology, she's a trained killer. Violet's services are in high demand, and she is frequently sent around the world to various Abstergo facilities in order to fine-tune and innovate on various operating systems, network security, and intrusion detection systems. She's a Templar, she's also Canadian, frankly. Both make me shudder. Alvaro Grammatica. Born on April 4th, 1965. Alvaro Grammatica was a genius from the day he was born in Mexico City. He graduated from university at the age of 17 with advanced degrees in physics and computer science, and went on to develop expertise in mechanical engineering and biology. Plus, he was brilliant at Sudoku. It is this wide range of knowledge that made him so valuable to Abstergo. In 2008, he was recruited to work on the Akashic satellite Plexus. In 2009, Grammatica invented the Data Dump Scanner, a software program that allowed an Animus user to relive genetic memories that were not their own. It revolutionized an already incredible machine and paved the way for Abstergo's current success with Abstergo Entertainment and its Helix Cloud servers. I could do all that cool stuff too, if I was backed up by a gazillion-dollar evil corporation. At present, Dr. Grammatica may be our prominent Templar target. In 2014, he was named as the director of the Phoenix Project, which hopes to use every resource at Abstergo's disposal to fully sequence a first civilization genome. We're hearing reports that this has caused some strife among the Templar rank and file. The previous big shot, Dr. Vidic, knew how to keep the Inner Sanctum unified towards a common goal. But Dr. Grammatica is more concerned with the work than human relationships, and that's not limited to his co-conspirators. He often abandons his wife and 3 children for long periods of time, while immersed in whatever abhorrent experiment is currently in front of him, like Sudoku. And we'll go into the miscellaneous at another time.
Never mind. No, I didn't need any money.
Why not I come?
Okay. Sequence 3. Aberline, we presume. The twins seek out Frederick Aberline, Sergeant Frederick Aberline, in a Whitechapel back alley.
I don't see Mr. Aberline.
Well, we tried.
I may know a thing or two about that splendid fellow you're talking about.
What's this?
God's sake! Are you trying to blow the gaff?
What?
Sergeant Aberline, at your service. I presume you're the Fry twins Greene mentioned.
I was expecting you to be a policeman.
I was expecting you to be discreet.
Henry Greene said that you could help us go unnoticed.
This is how it will work. I will give you the names of criminal gang members. You will bring them back to me. Quietly.
Oh, we'll be as quiet as an old lady. A very hairy, strange old lady that looks a lot like a policeman.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Now, whatever you do, try to remain within the bounds of the law, for my sake. I don't need any corpses at the station. Approach the target from behind and attempt to make them talk. Then bring them to my carriage, carefully.
Carefully? Kidnapping. When undetected behind an enemy, press B to kidnap them. Move slowly with the L stick near enemies to shrink your detection radius. Moving faster with the right trigger will make it easier for enemies to detect you. Press B to shove a kidnapped captive into an enclosed carriage. Elmer Dalton. Advantage. Completing this challenge will grant extra money and XP. Strategy. Bring the target alive.
Sir, may I help you?
Get off me!
Not a
Piss off!
from you.
Oi!
Shut your gob. Meet my blade.
What is it that you think I've done?
Collecting rent from people who don't owe you a shilling.
Yeah, me and half the richies in this bloody city. You gonna kidnap them too?
Maybe, but I'm starting with you.
Help! Help!
Okay.
Who's a good horse? You are. Keep moving. That's a girl.
Easy pie.
Would be glad to see him behind bars. Thank you.
Walk on, girl.
Bounty hunt completed. Challenges. Bring the target back alive. 132 pounds, 75. Frederick Aberline, loyalty level 2. Next reward is a 54-bore 1856 revolver. And as we continue to be more and more valuable to Aberline, we'll get better rewards. But we can only do that when we, when we do what they want. Find associates throughout London and aid them. Aiding associates increases their loyalty to the Rooks. Loyalty unlocks unique and valuable rewards. And we have an area of Whitechapel unlocked. Good for us.
Don't try to get away from me. It won't work. Hi, kid. Go on. Stop your cock brain. I want a word.
I'll scare you.
This part. I am most grateful. You won't like me when I'm angry.
I am most grateful. I cannot imagine. Thank you so
How many crates do we have left to distribute?
Only about a dozen, sir.
Excellent. Soon all of London's fighters will be armed to the teeth.
No bobbies in sight.
Good. Distribute the...
Harold Drake. Completing this, kill the target with a crate of dynamite.
And carefully.
Very good, sir.
We want this to come into the blighter's hands without harm. No mishaps. How many crates do we have left to distribute?
Only about a dozen, sir.
Excellent. Soon all of London's blighters will be armed to the teeth.
No bobbies in sight.
Good. Distribute the dynamite then, and carefully.
Very good, sir.
We want this to come into the flighters' hands without harm. No mishaps.
Okay.
You'll be sorry! I see him. Give me the order and I'll shoot.
I don't think he wants to be disturbed.
Oh, we found a beer bottle. There we go. A locked chest, huh? Let's go take a look.
I'd vote for you.
Hey,
How can you just stand idly by and watch?
No color. Green. Huh. Nice. Okay. Oh, and there's our little what have you.
I'll lighten some hands with actual range. Husband's fight.
Okay. Let's try. Let's also grab this illustration over here.
Right. You won't like it if I come over there!
Stealth kill a messenger.
Now what could that
Hey, piss off before I break your legs!
What's that? What's going on now?
Oh, yeah.
I see him! I'm taking the shot!
Okay. A Templar stronghold, and then maybe to catch an urchin. I do like getting the illustrations, though. Ooh! That probably would have killed me. Okay. Oh, we learned a skill point. Look at that. Oh, kidnapped enemies will no longer try to escape. That'll be helpful. Stealth stat increases. Less noise. Intimidation. Yeah, we'll do a loot takedown. And then probably unstoppable.
Right, I'm coming to deal with you.
Another beer bottle.
I'll crush you like a bloody insect.
No, not yet.
Please don't. Please, I'm
making requests now.
Oh, God.
This can all end very quickly if you want to stand on anymore.
Thank you very much. Don't kill me, please. This is a nightmare.
All right. Oh, I'm getting a shade, I see. To catch an urchin. Jacob and Evie search for the elusive Clara O'Day.
What is this place?
It's nice to meet you both at last. This is Babylon Alley. Here we make it our business to know the streets and provide children with the opportunity to control their own destinies.
Clara. Mr. Greene said we might be able to help one another.
In exchange for our services, we ask a small favor.
Well, why not? You seem to have taken most of my money. Why not take a small favor, too?
There are several factories about the city that are powered almost entirely by child labor. Those children work long hours with little pay, and most are not permitted even to leave the factory grounds. They suffer terribly. I need you to save them.
A small favor.
In return, we offer you intelligence, something you clearly need.
Oh, hold on a minute.
I'm late for an appointment. What are these terms?
We accept.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Good on, Evie. Okay, let's reach this warehouse. Free all the children, 9, and do not trigger the alarm.
Next week, and we are far behind schedule. Maybe you'll change your attitude if I come over there.
Not interested in wasting my time.
Is he having a laugh?
Strange man he is.
Less chitter-chatter and more work. That's when the utter of words
I'm right here.
Thanks, Mr. Fry.
Leader. Important characters in enemy layout and are stronger than other enemies. Killing them stealthily will scare nearby enemies, making them flee the area. Stealth kill the leader of an area to spread fear among nearby enemies.
Does he know people can see him?
I want to play too. Oh, look at him trying to hide.
Can't imagine he's up to any good.
Keep your voice down.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. One more group of children.
It'll be all right.
Thank you, sir.
There we go.
You'll be sorry for that.
Got you that time.
What's all that argy-bargy about then?
Haji Baji.
Anything of interest?
He ain't no murderer.
It's slander, that's what. You must ignore it.
How's this grab you?
Oh yeah, grabs me fine.
What's going on?
Eliminate all blighter thugs to conquer their strongholds and gain Rook territory. Rooks will increasingly dominate the city boroughs. Free and protect the captured Clinkers. Sniper.
Must be one of the Clinkers. Good place to start.
There's something coming.
A lookout.
I've got him!
Whoa!
Must be one of the Clinkers. Good place to start.
Okay.
Dead as a doornail.
Well, that was unfortunate. Sorry, Mr. Greene. Okay, here's the gang war.
You seem to want my employer's attention, Mr. Fry.
Oh, I positively crave it. But you'll do for now.
As you like.
Okay. Mr. Greene! Fight Rexford, K-Lock's gang, and conquer Whitechapel.
Please don't take the body.
We'll be able to do that just fine.
Ah, there you are. All that stands between you and Whitechapel is the villain controlling the borough. Kaylock has demanded you settle the claim for territory in a gang fight.
His loss?
Yeah. I'm sure he can put this to better use than I can.
Oh, what's this, Greenie? Assassin Christmas.
Gather your allies.
Alright. Gearing up. Reaching higher levels allows you to equip better weapons, accessories, and outfits. Access the inventory menu in order to purchase and equip better gear. Gear can be upgraded to improve their stats and reach their full effectiveness. Yeah. Like the Ivory Kukri. Why not?
Mr. Rexford Kaylock has agreed to your terms and waits for you at the Whitechapel train station. He's bet his train on the fight.
No Kaylock. No matter.
Very easy.
There you are.
It appears to be broken.
Oh well, at least we have a train now. It's not all bad.
Kaylock is dead. Whitechapel is no longer in the hands of the Blighters.
You now have the chance to join our ranks. We welcome all who would stand up to Starrick and his cutthroats.
There we go. Here come the Rooks.
Welcome to the Rooks.
Even Evie's getting into it.
Ah, you bastard. I'd rather throw myself to the tracks than run Bertha another mile for that doted ball bag.
Kaylock? He's left the station.
Well, hello, fancy pants. And who might you
I'm
two
Evie
be?
Fry, and this is my brother, Jacob Fry.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Agnes McBean.
A delight.
I thought I was getting a promotion. I suppose I'm out of work now.
Come work for us instead.
I won't bile your heat. You pay better than scraps?
I'm sure we can at least match that.
Then may I present to you Agnes and Bertha, lady and locomotive, at your service. I'll be in the next car.
A hideout on the rails. What an excellent idea.
Yes, it all worked out rather well. Now, I would like to follow up a lead on... Jacob? Is this serious?
I'm not doing anything until this gets fixed.
I believe I know someone who can help with that.
I knew you would, Greenie.
look at that. Guess we'll get the rundown real quick and...
You know, a mite of money goes a mickle bit in this city. Think of the power of good you can do with the purse you bring.
Okay.
You talk of a store in London. Well, now's your chance. That there map shows who to speak to. Old friends, if you will. Give 'em a whiff of that sterling, and maybe you can save us all from having to lay down our knife and fork afore we're ready.
Sounds good to me. Medicine Market. You can now buy medicine in shops. Use medicine with the up directional button during combat to quickly recover health. I think we can do that. Gang upgrades. Ah, yes. Growler Boom. Increase the popularity of the Growler. Look for more of this favorite on the streets of London. Okay. Little Rooks. Children are the best thieves in London. When using right bumper to interact with them, they'll give you better loot items. Police bribes. Oh. Black market affiliation. 25% on gun and throwing ammunition. Pub investor. Buy pubs in the city to increase the train hideout income by £500 every 30 minutes and your maximum safe capacity by £500. Carriage Sabotage, Rook Watchers, Rook Riders, and Rook Training.
Now, enough shop talk. Believe Mr. Greene said there was someone he wanted you to meet?
Yes. Okay. Alright. We're in Southwark at the moment. He wants us to meet Freedom of the Press or T. Robert Topping. Interesting. We have a train. How fantastic is that? I prefer to go back to my Iron Manacles, actually. At least for Jacob. We'll upgrade our Assassin Gauntlet to the hardened leather. Tougher than plain leather, but with maintained flexibility for ease in combat. Yeah. We'll go ahead and upgrade that as well. Suave Belt. Walk the street with a scoundrel's flair. Built, made for strutting. Absolutely. Tons of new pieces. But we're still doing skills. We can finish up Jacob's second bit here with Slayer 1. That'll probably bring us up to level 3, hopefully. Which it does. Okay. And now we can start working on more and more. Angel's Knuckles. Mete out divine justice with these elegantly crafted knuckles. Dirty Knuckles deal serious damage and possibly tetanus. In Slinky's Fist, some prefer to buy their brass knuckles unbloodied, but you can't deny it adds a bit of character. Ooh. I see. So we already had those. Okay. A pocket pistol. Incredibly easy to conceal. This pistol's diminutive size belays its firepower. We'll go ahead and buy the new pistol. And with the gang upgrades, what else can we do? You know what? We'll go for the Rook training. Rooks receive basic combat training. They are now level 5. Well, they can't be better than me. I'll hold off on that. Why don't we do... We'll invest in the children. Little Rooks. That'll pay dividends eventually. Okay. All right, we're not too far away from where we need to be. Okay, Leopold Bacchus. Probably not at the moment. I tend to agree with Jacob. I'm not doing anything until that thing gets fixed. But this is a fine place to go ahead and end this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in. It has been good to come back to Assassin's Creed. What is that sound? Oh, look! It's a little music box. Oh. Interesting. Rouge's vault.
I'll crush you right out of the insect! Give it up, you
Come on, sir.
Hit him all at once!
Alright. But in the next one, we will come down here to this new contact's place and hopefully be able to get this gadget fixed. Until next time, please, I hope that you all are having a great day. And remember, as always, keep telling stories.